So we are here with another unfortified settlement siege, and yeah, we seem to be getting into a theme of it, becoming more and more popular, it seems, on Dawnless days here today, as we return with a 2v2 and a cavalry charge. I think straight off the bat, looks like it's going to have these runic warriors realize they ran into the wrong neighborhood, and they are about to get charged here by champion reavers. Can't really. Unfortunately, unlike in Rome 2, where you can get rid of the foliage, we can't do that. But there you go, there's champion reavers there, smash into those runic warriors, and they should, yeah, decimate them. That's going to be a very, very easy kill. We've got Lothlorien outriders as well, and yeah, more champion reavers are joining this fight. So yeah, a lot of cav being sent in. Looks like, I was going to say, it looked like these things were thinking about sending their general in. Didn't change their mind. We've got some storm riders being sent over, but I don't think that's definitely not enough cav to win that fight. It's a 4-on-2. They're going to need some support, and I don't think their ally over here, well, he's got a long way to come. He's coming with his cav. Yeah, Thranduil's sending over his Elven King and also some Forest Riders. Looks like also Woodland Realm is shifting over here. Why didn't just start there if he really wanted to? I do not know, but we have Lothlorien and Dunland on the defense. Then on the attack, we have the Eastlings and the Woodland Realm. So yeah, two of my favorite factions. Lothlorien, I think, are pretty fun. I do really like them. Woodland Realm definitely is probably in my top 3, if not number 1, to be honest. It's my favorite faction in looks, and also I just love them. I've got my various reasons for them. We did like a little like Discord campaign a little while ago, where you move around on your units like on the map through the Discord channels, and then fight battles in Dawnless days. And I played with Woodland Realm, and after then, I've since had a bit of an attachment to them. They are kind of my boys. Yeah, Lothlorien over here, also really good counter to Woodland Realm. I think why they're being brought, and they do look really, really cool. Dunland, pretty good. A lot of shock, going to be a really good faction for defending some of these choke points and just scrumming it out, yeah, in the siege. Eastlings is a rogue choice, I will admit. I think Eastlings, and I'm going to say this, in 2025, I'll keep saying it, Eastlings need a buff. They need a buff. These guys, these runic warlords back here, used to be a very scary unit. They're a laughingstock now. They used to be, I'm pretty sure, very heavy shock infantry. They're now medium. Insane. What has happened to my boys? They've been butchered. They really have. They are technically still tier 4. It's one of the few tier 4 medium shocks I think you'll ever see in Dawnless days. What the heck happened to these Carnage sentries? They get charged or shot at. I think they're being shot at by something.
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
Interesting. I don't know why they wouldn't not sending the rest of the cav over here, because they need it over here for this fight that they want to take. And they absolutely could take it then. I mean, 2 generals, it'd be a big risk. But you could get both attacking generals and also all their cav. But I think it's going to be a problem with all these sentries here, these Carnage sentries. They don't want to take it. If they can negotiate these guys into the corner here, where they are moving, yeah, bizarrely, right towards the red line. Yeah, I was going to say they could really absolutely take this fight in a moment here. Could the Lothlorien Storm Riders? I feel like they should take it. They're going to get... Yeah, look at this. They're going to try and sneak around the side. Just push, hit them here hard, and then bring up the sentries. Absolutely should be taking that fight now. If they don't, that's a big loss. Yeah, I think the rest of this battle is going to kind of stall until that cav fight has begun. But yeah, here we go. Why the players thought they were going to sneak around that, I do not know. Lothlorien Outriders tried to lead the way. Maybe it was part of the bait. Wasn't a great charge from the champion reavers. Better charge here from the storm riders. These champion reavers though are definitely better than the storm riders, and there's more cav here. Thranduil needs to get his arse in gear and get into play. We are now going to see the champion reaver general arrive. I'm surprised no buffs were pushed here like they've done fast. Actually, they brought fast, which is an interesting choice. Got to bring brace every time if you've got cav general, in case you've got to fight any cav fights. There you go, Kahar. He's kind of winning that fight. He's killed a lot of these Lothlorien outriders, but I still think that was a better trade there for, I think, for the Reavers. I think they did better out of that. They did some damage anyway, at least. They can still catch these guys. This Elven Cav should be able to outpace, I think, the Dunland Cavalry. The Lothlorien Outriders might get out of here okay. Actually, maybe not. He might catch them too. If he can stop them from getting back to this choke point, which is, I think, what the Woodland Realm is trying to do, he might get all of these guys. And this could be a huge start to this Dawnless Day siege battle. Absolutely massive. I mean, I wouldn't worry about getting the Lothlorien Outriders. I get everything else. Just if you get the Outriders, that's an extra win. It's a tier 1 Elven Cav. It's Lothlorien Cavalry as well. Not good. If they do get close to the choke point, I'd hope to see these heroes of Amalank come out and support this. But there you go. They got the Lothlorien Outriders. Thranduil needs to defend the choke point, stop them from getting back. And yeah, they have run into the forest. They're just gonna. Can they go around? They can. I don't think you can traverse any of this terrain here, though, and get out of here. So I think they're stuck in this spot. They're going to be able to go in the forest. No, he is going to get out of it. Wow, I honestly thought that Kahar was going to get him. Forest Riders are going to pull out of combat. Nice. Thranduil went in, and the Forest Riders are going to be able to catch most of this. They're not going to get the General, though, which is the real prize. We're going to get that General. The Dunlin guy doing a very good job and has managed to negotiate around them. He's going to get a decent amount of cavalry, though, and it's not a bad result. And then he's got infantry over here now to assault this side, which could be useful. Like, all those jabbies could do some damage here to the heroes of Amon Lank, which could be of some use to the attackers. There you go, routing that Lothlorien outright. And why is he sending his general back in? You're asking for danger. Get him out of there. Well, he's not. He's going to go for a rear charge on the Forest Riders. He thinks he might be able to save this Champion Reaver, I guess. He might be right. But he's risking a lot here, because now the Carnage Sentries will be able to come in, and they will try and jabby his general. The Heroes of Amon Lank, I think, are also going to be sent in. This is becoming a better and better win, I think, at a moment here for the attackers. Really is, like, more and more stuff being sent in. Yeah, Heroes of Amon Lank are retreating. I think they realize that by falling back, or sending him in, if the general does get out, great, but you're still going to lose a very expensive spear. There you go, they got the cav, they aren't going to get the Forest Rider here. The jabbies, if they can throw now, I don't think they can. There you go, they have got some jabbies off, nice. Going to get some kills on the general at least, but not many. And that Champion Reaver has just pulled through the entire melee to get out of that. That is just cheating. Insane cheating, though. It's, yeah, at the highest caliber, really, there. That is insane from the Dunlin player to even think that that was a legal move to do. He messed up. He has to accept his fate. I mean, his cav after that was not going to be much use, really, I don't think, unless he found another way out. But, yeah, not really at all. Micro's now done on here. I mean, I guess the cav could come back out this way. Really, they should fall back their cavalry and their generals just to make sure they don't get shot by archer towers. And they haven't sent up any archers, but surprisingly, yeah, the defenders haven't sent any archers over here just to, you know, set up here and just blast. Certainly Kahar or maybe the Thranduil. They could have just shot him and maybe done some serious damage there. But no, did not do that. I've worked out where that Carnage Sentry got damage from. The Elder Archers here. They did the damage. But, yeah, there you go. First bit of excitement over. So, yeah, we can finally sort of breathe and assess what's going on in this game. Which, well, we already kind of, I guess, have worked out what factions are and the assault. But, yeah, kind of a little bit of a breather. But, yeah, this was sent in by a member of my Discord who said it was a really, really close battle. It's given that vibe already. It's going to be a very tactical, very... yeah, to the death sort of game. Both players, you know, trying to preserve every last man that they can, even so much that Dunlin will just, you know, pull through a full engagement to get his cav out. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. I feel like, you know, I want to see Eastlings do well, like I said. I want to see them have a buff. I feel like these guys are a bit of an underdog with this duo. I think they've got a really good, strong defense here. Numbers-wise, they have a slight advantage, but not massive. 4,100 against 3,600. What's left in the field here today? This is looking like a really strong defense here by the Elves. Looks like the Elves and Dunlin setting up archers here. Where the rest of the Elves are here. They've got Haldir as their general. No surprise there. Definitely, obviously, a vulnerable unit that can be focused down and killed. But yeah, I think if the Woodland Realm were to attempt even setting up their archers, they're just going to blast them. But really, Woodland Realm should not be... I mean, he could put his archers here and shoot them, I guess. He could try and shoot the Galaton once, stay out of range. Shoot these guys. The Elder Archers won't be in range. That's a play, I guess. You know, a 4-on-2 and then a 4-on-2 after he's dealt with the Elven ones. But he could also just go over here into this forest. I think this is traversable. And he could just try and side shot some of these units. I mean, he's got polearms in the front line. Very early commitment here by the Lothlorien player, putting in as polearms. I would say that's very, very early and a bit wasteful. Because, you know, your opponent's still got max ammo. He doesn't have to fight here. He could just set up somewhere else. And like I said, set up in this forest here. I don't know how far he can go up. Maybe here, I don't know. This looks maybe traversable, maybe not. And he could side shot into this Glider and Spear Warriors there. And that would be what I'd be fearing if I was that Lothlorien player. It looks like Elder Archers maybe... Oh no, they're not giving a volley. It's the Archer Towers. They're shooting on this one. This map's called Edisborn, if you don't know this map. It's the most commonly played unfortified map, definitely, I would say. And we're going to see a sally out. I saw this forming up. Dunlin is doing a sally out. Okay, Dunlin is maybe should be playing attacker, I feel like, because he wants to spend more time outside the settlement than he does inside it. But here we go, charge going in after the Lothlorien maceman, sorry. And he's going to try and take these on. They are retreating, so they're trying to get out of there. They're going to take losses doing so, and the macemen are now going to counter-charge. I don't think that was a wise idea. Yeah, he's done the right thing and fallen back. He's not brought up any archers. I was going to say, he's really, with those axes, you know, going in, he should have then sent up his archers. He was going to like take that engagement, bring up your archers, focus down these Blood Avengers, and then these archers have had a problem. They would have been like, do we shoot at the Eastlings or do we shoot at the Elven archers over here? Because then the Elven player would have been able to get involved in this bow fight. We have got, yeah, Forest Archers. Has he just brought Sheep Forest? He has, which I think is the play to do. It's Woodland Realm, spend its cash elsewhere. It's Forest Archers are pretty good. And in this day and age, you don't need to bring really good archers to win bow fights. Just, you know, focus down a unit. You might need to be lucky. Surprised he's outside of fire. I would have thought these guys would have been in range by now, but he's not. And I'm surprised that the Galadrim Elves, the Galaton Elves here of Lothlorien haven't started firing back. They could definitely be doing that. Whoever gets the first volley, I think is going to get win this one. I genuinely think so. And I was going to say also, Woodland Realm over here could set up his other archers, and he could also definitely be getting in range. Like, set him up here in this, behind that spear line, start shooting these guys. That'd be a 6-on-4. They'd win that. There you go. Reaction there from the Lothlorien player. He's not started firing his other ones, though. And still no one fight. Oh, there you go. First volley looks like it's going to happen. It's onto Haldir, or no, it's onto these units over here. Yeah, he's shooting guard on archers. He's got to shoot one or the other. He's got to shoot everything on one thing. I would set up all these archers, shoot Haldir, blast him, get rid of him. That's what you got to do. But now seeing these things do the right thing, I think they are shooting one Elder Archer at a time. Oh, and they've engaged here. They try to knock down the barricade, has these things. And they're now getting their kind of sentries abused by the Dunherd Chosen, who are throwing axes as a sort of missile jabby sort of ability that they have. There you go, you can see them just throw point blank range. And throwing axes are pretty bad, if I remember. They're actually terrible, but you can't miss at that range. And there you go, Cardinal Sentries getting routed. And there you go, that 4-on-1 there. Dunland losing an archer unit, and that might be a better result there for these things. I feel like getting rid of a bow unit to losing that sword, pretty good. I mean, it's not a good spot to attack here, though, really. I feel like these things, they do need to be careful. They've got a lot of shielded units. They're going to rely on shock a lot in this game. Looks like they're going to try and burn this tower with the Lothlorien. Interesting. Don't often see that happen. And yeah, bows actually started a fire. Looks like they have done some damage here to the like the Dunland archers. And yeah, surprisingly, then Lothlorien didn't fire a shot at all. Dunland archers, yeah, getting focused down here. This is not a fight they can take, really. Woodland Realm are going to absolutely decimate them here. You can now see Lothlorien is firing back in anger. Doing his little bit here. Galahorn archers again. Slightly cheaper archer unit to bring. Definitely a viable play as Lothlorien on the defense. Like I said, you don't need the cheapest, like the best archers to win archer fights. Like, archers these days have 0 missile block. Just 4v1 it, you win. He is actually going to take out this Elder Archer by the looks of it, though. Looks like he's had enough. He thinks he's lost enough Forest Archers there to fall back. I think just shift a little bit this way. Just get out of range of this platform here and just shoot any Elder Archers to get too close. You could move up right behind the battle line if you wanted to, once they go in, and just keep shooting. Already, the defenders have lost 2 archer units and taken out 0 of their own. Very good result. And in fact, they're going to be able to take out this barricade on the attackers. It's going to take a bit of time, apparently. Cardiff Sentries didn't bring the right equipment. 94, 95, there you go, doing their bit. Shooting again, making sure that bow stays gone. It's not a bad idea, I guess. A bit of a waste of a volley. Now going to shoot Dunherd Chosen, which missile block again for shock. Very poor if you're unaware, if you're new to the game. So yeah, again, and these are very light, so again, very little armor as it is. Very good target for missiles. This is the only problem bringing Dunland on the defense is that you got, yeah, and there you go, the second bow unit gone, fully routed. The only problem playing on the defense with Dunland is that you, your units, you're a shock faction, really. That is your strength, and you're going to get shot a lot on the defense. He has brought some of the units, got spears here in the front line, we've got the swords as well, Dunherd swords. That should hold this defense here against the Lothlorien Macemen. These guys used to be good. Again, I wish these guys were just better, but they're not. They've been nerfed into the ground. It's very sad. But yes, Hopefully 2025 we'll see a return to these things and they'll be even stronger. My gosh. Iriag Bowman, yeah, you focus on it. I mean, maybe they're thinking in campaign they're going to be, you know, in a pretty safe spot. But, you know, when you play a multiplayer game, they are not great, that's for sure. And there you go, look at this. Now these things have kind of got themselves into a bad position. They're actually in a 5v4 here. Really, I was going to say, we need to start seeing, Woodland Realm is doing itself, doing a really good job here, being a good ally, shooting the Galadhon archers. Galadhon player here, not really aware of it. Taking a lot of hits here as these things, he might lose a bow unit, but they might take out another elven unit here, and this could be a good result in a moment. These archers, yeah, getting as close as they can, really are, crammed right by the cliff top trying to fire over. And yeah, nearly did the damage to get rid of that unit, nearly, but not quite enough. Swords are actually losing this front line here. These Dunnherd swords, I don't think they're that great. They're tier 3, but I would almost put them like tier 2. They should get through there, then the Macemen. They should just about manage that. The Archer Tower's not going to help. And there you go. Good. Another volley again. Kind of getting themselves into a situation where they are now getting outnumbered with Archers. It's all kind of tactics, all a bit of maneuvering. And there was a 4v1 for a minute there. And they've nearly routed another Elder Archers. Not looking good there at all. We are now seeing an offensive by the Woodland Realm on this side. Staying in Lasgar on Blades. They're fighting Heroes of Amon Lank. And the Polearms, it's not going to be a fight they're going to win. Polearms are going to rip through both stuff. They're going to need to send some of their own in, but they didn't bring any. I'm just seeing this now. This was a full shock and sword build. A lot of Forest Sentinels brought. They have got a spear, Gate Wardens. They've actually got a couple. Don't know why this Gate Warden's here, but okay, it is. Really should be, I guess, out somewhere else protecting with the Cav, maybe, if they really were worried about another sally out. But yeah, no Hall Guardians, so they're actually kind of a bit of trouble here. They're going to have to use that ammo to shoot this Spear Warrior. They have got a second one as well, do the Lothlorien army, so they could quite easily be a real pain and just keep throwing in the shock and just, yeah, doing a lot of damage here if they wanted to. Spears are losing, though. Heroes of Amon Lank are losing. The swords are losing, though. And the shock, I think, has been cycled in and out. And I think they're trying to do that to try and, you know, give themselves the best chance of winning against spears. Just keep cycling in and out the shock. And it should work. It will take losses, though. But I mean, if the tier 2 shock takes out a tier 4 spear, it's a good trade there. We're going to see more spears get sent forward. A cheap one, though, Neath Infantry. I feel like Neath Infantry and the Amaroth, what are they called? They might not have brought them, actually. I don't think they have, actually. They're like the Sentinels that you can also bring. It's not Amaroth, I don't think it's, but it might. I think it might be, or it might be something else. The Sentinels are like the 2 units I would bring lots of if I was playing sort of Lothlorien defense. I think they're really strong, can hold for a long time. There you go, Spears going back in again. I mean, I would kind of pull these guys back. Polearms are losing as well, actually. Maybe these cycle charges here with the shock are just kind of working. Don't know. Archers again could also maybe be a threat, and they are who are they shooting back here? They do have the range. I presume. Oh no, they're shooting Galadhon Sword Warriors. Ah, they're shooting them. I was wondering what the heck are they shooting? They probably are in range to hit all these archers here, but yeah, they're attempting to shoot the shock infantry instead. Archers here are losing. They're being shot at by Elder Archers. Again, though, this was an option for a 4v1. Still an option for a 3v1. They could set up here and just blast this one unit. It's nearly out of ammo, in fairness. It's maybe not worth shooting. Don't think there are any supply barrels on an unfortified, so yeah, that's nearly out of ammo. Kind of done with its job there and then. That's not going to be able to do much more. But yeah, main lines of assault, they've fallen back here, as you can see. Apparently these Blood Avengers are still in melee. Oh, they're shooting them. That's what I want to try and kill, is Blood Avengers. I wouldn't worry about them. I think you've got the equipment to kill these guys off eventually. Maybe through attrition. Like I said, I don't think these guys are really necessarily better. Certainly the Runic Warlords are not better than the Dunnherd, Blood Avengers. But you can give it a go. I think you could wear them down. And Woodland Realm is well, it's it's not winning this fight now anymore. Put it like that. It is not winning. They will hold the line. Yeah, there you go. It was a nice tactic. It's kind of worked. I mean, for the sacrifice of 2 units here, which they brought plenty of, and can keep recycling this strategy, they have whistled down this Gladium Spear quite a lot. And there's still a lot of sort of spears to send in, which I just feel like, I don't know whether they knew what the player was going to bring. Probably not. I don't think anyone ever declares what they're bringing. If you're playing a competitive multiplayer game. But this player brought a lot of spears, and the Woodland Realm player brought a lot of swords and shock. Certainly the shock being the most important aspect of that. Yeah, they are going to win slowly but surely if they keep facing them there. They might need some shock of the Blood Avengers over to the side. I think, yeah, you could maybe send some spears to deal with the cheaper units of like Lothlorien and the Carnage sentries. They might not stand against the shock either here, but yeah, I would maybe send some Blood Avengers there, or some Dunher Chosen or something to maybe help deal with these Sentinels, because eventually, slowly but surely, they are going to kill them. Like, get their way through. Forest Sentinels have just been cycle charged. They, like I said, they're a tier 2, they're not that great. If you keep cycle charging, they'll get their charge bonus and kill stuff. Here's Van Lank Squad, and I bet that's not killed a lot of guys. I mean, they're not going to have massive kills or either of these Elven players, because they're fighting other Elves, and they're just smaller units, so you mean smaller amounts of kills. Got a bit of a bird's eye view here, seeing the battle lines, and you can see already they're being pushed back at the Lothlorien guys a bit. You can see where the body sort of started, where my cursor is on the left, and then they kind of already pushed back to this sort of, yeah, where this polearm line is now, which isn't really a polearm line anymore. They are not in really a strong line, and they're being psych charged. They got charged themselves, which has stopped these Forest Sentinels from leaving. But yeah, Neath Infantry with 2 broad chevrons. That's not going to hold back the armies of the Woodland Realm, and they still have a good amount of ammo as well, so they can always use that to counter Lothlorien right now. He's kind of been forced to keep his archers penned in this corner because he knows he can't win a 2v4. You can obviously be a pain and I think probably kill off. Yeah, look at this. These things are out of ammo. This is not good. Oh my gosh, so many of the archers. They died in their droves here. Yeah, Eastern, like Lothlorien bows and Varric bowmen here nearly all dealt with when it comes to like ammo. And you can see they're falling back their shock. So now it looks like Eastling's going to give it another go here. Just send every last Lothlorien maceman in here. I think he might break through. If it was the original, like the OG maceman, I'd say, yeah, you're through, no problem. I'm not so sure now. Gate Wardens holding that line. Hold the line to these Lothlorien boys for now.
The men are broken and running for their lives.
There you go. You're going to try and smash the way through, I guess, but it might not work. There you go. Finally, that polearm's broken. That's pretty huge. The spears are about to break as well. It's all looking pretty pear-shaped over here. There you go. Spears might just about break there. Last Gala Blades, winning decisively, might kill off the Neath Infantry there. And there you go. This is now, I think, a good situation here for the attackers. Just a lot of Neath Infantry got to get through. Just keep chopping the way through those guys. Shock over here and axes. Oh gosh, this is looking messy actually. Now I was going to say it's the time to bring forward the Carnage sentries. They are bringing forward one. I bring forward the second as well, because you can get some nice side shots right now because the shock is advancing rapidly. We've got Veriag Axeman in here as well, but yeah, they should just leave that angle open. Let the Javies here start doing the talking and just start side shotting there. But yeah, if they're going to be breaking through anywhere, it is going to be over here where the Woodland Realm are. Why Thranduil's coming forward? No idea. This is where I would start sending reserves to be honest. If I was the defender, I'd also start thinking about sending that other polearm over there, trying to really slow that down. The archers, as you can see here, doing as much damage as they can, trying to slow this advance here. Javies were used, obviously did some damage. Blood Avengers are losing their, well, they were for a bit. They're now going back to combat even. Well, this one's not. That one did. They should have just set up the other unit with the Javies. Here it comes. Pull back that other sword.
Our men have given up and are running for their lives.
Or I guess you could try from the other angle now. Yeah, you could try and flank here. This is absolutely is open. This gap here in the line. Go through there with either shock or swords. Certainly with the swords, let's send in first Javi where you can. And then send in the shock. But we are going to see a sally out. We're going to see Cav here. They're going to go through the spear line and they're going to run down on what they can. As you can see here, it's going to be General and the other Cav unit. But the Storm Riders have seen it. They've read it. And well, the archers are firing what remaining ammo they have. It's scared, just about enough scared off the Dunland units there. And they pull back their shock. Interesting. I think they're going to pull everything back. Use the Javies, aren't they? Yeah, this Carnage sentry will be sacrificed. They're going to then Javi. Yeah, I'm probably now start thinking about jabbing. I'd start thinking about jabbing because the Dunland player is going to just charge you. Yeah, set up. Just Javi, fire at will. You can see Dunland's going to fall back in there. You go. They lost the initiative. They needed to keep something in there just to help pinning these guys down. Those shock would have been the answer. Now they're going to send them in. So I mean, you could Javi if you wanted to onto these Dunland swords, but it's just not as effective. They have shields. Yeah, they're better off just doing what they were doing originally. Oh, they still have they managed to assassinate them? I think they have. I think they have. I think that who did that was Woodland Realm that assassinated them. I could be wrong. I think it is. Still, Woodland Realm chopping way through here. Last Garden Blade's one of the best swords around and in the business. They are going to chop through these spears. And like I said, just kind of slowly bleeding down Lothlorien and his reserves here. Surprised we haven't seen that second polearm come forward. Here it comes. They're going to try the old sort of strategy of polearm and Hero of Ammon Lank. Put that back into that choke point. They have to hold this choke point. They can't like fall back and try and hold here either because they are just going to get shot. But you can see the archers seeing the opportunity of a lifetime. They're going to try and shoot those Gladstone Spear Warriors as they come forward. And they will definitely lose a few boys before they get to their safety of their front line, which even then it's not really that safe. We'll just see... we'll see how this goes. Oh yeah, again, Javies. Oh good, Javies are being used effectively. Good. I don't know why the Dunland player came forward here. But there you go, getting really nice Javi volleys actually. Oh my gosh, yeah, doing a lot of damage to these children who are chosen here. Yeah, dropping a fair few of those. Not bad. And here we go, the sally out is coming now. And he's not going for the swords and the archers, which I guess maybe the player thought he was. He's going to go for a rear charge here and try and save his front line, which is not a bad idea. We're going to see the Carnage sentries now with no Javies left are a vulnerable choice. They're going to form a shield wall. They're going to go around those though. They're going for the shock. And if they can get this right, but they can maybe rout all this infantry here pretty quickly. We'll see. Hopefully, the Dunland player doesn't sort of pull through his own units, or like pull through, sorry, the enemy units, which I'm sure he will. Yep, he will. These Dunland players are cheating, and I can't say that word because YouTube will demonetize me. But yeah, massive cheat there. But I don't think it will save him. I think he's losing this fight slowly but surely. I think, yeah, doing They're slowly whittling him down. I mean, the shock is now going to come forward. Really, it's going to be the Woodland Realm that's going to make or break this game, I think. I'd send the cav elsewhere now. Certainly that spear cav. Get that maybe over to the other side. Because, yeah, Woodland Realm is not going to have any similar problems of being pulled through. It's going to be, if it's going to happen, it's coming through this barricade here, and they're going to keep trying to go for rear charges. Not bad charge there from the Storm Riders, actually. Charging into the Dunherd Chosen here. I mean, yeah, shock infantry, very vulnerable to a cav charge. And like I said, their army's mainly made of a shock. Just do this, just do as much damage as you can. Like, prolonged melee, this will suffer. They don't want to stay in prolonged melee, get out of there. Obviously, then they make them vulnerable to a Sally out, but who cares? They might just batter their way through. There's not a lot left for Dunland. It's really his cav. Actually, he's probably got the most left, now I think about it. He's got his cav, he's got a lot of swords left. Well, not a lot of swords, but a sword. He's got his bows left, his Elder Spearman. Yeah, he's got relatively decent amount. Lothlorien is kind of bleeding a little bit here.
The men are running!
And I think the archers are just shooting down the Galadriel Spear Warriors as much as they can. They're going to use the remaining ammo, it looks like, to deal with them. Or maybe the shock. I'd maybe deal with them soon. There are gaps. Again, I would say that's a vaguely viable gap. You could try and get down there. You really needed to, if you needed to. Cav there has managed to rout a couple of swords. They are slowly dying, though, as you can see. Pulling out from every combat is meaning that they are dying to these Dunherd Chosen on the rear, like when they charge again. General, I think, for these things is going to get sent in here. Kaha, he might get killed here fighting these Champion Reavers. The Cav is going to go in and mop up a few units. They're going to get support from the swords here, but yeah, there you go. I mean, they should now, the Runic Warlords, be able to, I think, do a fair amount of damage to these units down here. These are battered Dunherd Chosen. It's a tier 3 versus a tier 4. And he's retreating. He is fully retreating. I think he's going to get shot as his general. I think that's going to be Eastlings about to die. I thought they might win this, but I think Eastlings here in a moment could, in theory, die. Could get a bit of a side charge here. Just go into the archers behind. Probably condemn himself there. Really, he should just try and charge with his general and then use his Runic Warlords here to support, but he's going to get shot by archers. He's not picked a great spot for it, and yeah, he goes in, already losing decisively. Here comes the Runic Warlords to support, as expected. Champion Reaver, if he can kill him, at least it's something, but we'll see. Woodland Realm needs to get a move on, needs to try and start breaking through, because otherwise, once, there you go, Eastling General dead, his army is probably going to start to capitulate soon, and that means everything can be turned against the Woodland Realm. And even though, yeah, numbers will be close then, very close, that's for sure. And yeah, I'm surprised this Cav was not over on the other side. Eastlings had, Dunland had no interest in attacking Woodland Realm. He was always going after the Eastlings. He was kind of having his own private one-on-one. So yeah, the Cav should have stayed there.
Their general is dead.
There you go. They got Dunland's general. How he just was in melee against all the shock here. He just died pulling out of combat. Pretty much all we missed there. And there you go. He's now mass routing. Well, he's not mass routing, but he's routing quite a bit. A lot of units here that are going. Blood Avengers going. Yeah, a lot of Dunherd Chosen Blood Avengers being routed. Elder Archer's going. He's going to send his cap back in. I mean, you can just keep cycle charging it out. That's what I'd do. You probably will break Eastlings, but how many of his men are going to go too? And they're not going to be obviously much use now, those Dunland units, now that they have no morale. Again, same old strategy taking place here. Cycling in the shock. Do as much maximum damage to the spears and the spear warriors here, the pole arms, as possible. Shock are now being sent back to try and do what damage they can. They managed to get that other archer, well, the other Galaton archer. They've had a really rough day of these archers, to be honest. You just focus down in their droves over here. I wouldn't say it's been a great game for archer play, that's for sure. We are now seeing the Cav moving. I think they are reacting because there's a lot of choke points opening up. Dunland now seeing, or thinking he has victory, and so do the Lothlorien player. They are shifting everything into this choke point. I wouldn't blob everything in here, just tiring units out. I'd send some in, but not all. A shock, I mean, you could send it in if you wanted to. I'd, again, also probably cycle in and out like the Woodland Realm players doing. Give yourself the best chance of victory there. And as we're seeing the slow death of Eastlings here, final runic warlords over here dying. They're actually killing quite a bit. They're taking the swords with them. There you go. They are routing. Slowly but surely. There you go. Gone. And that is Eastling's dead. And that is then going to be just a 1v... Well, you could call it a 1v1, I'd say, to an extent, looking at numbers. Yeah, definitely, actually. Absolutely. Woodland Realm still has numbers, and you could say quality. Because, yeah, Dunland... I mean, Dunland's going to have to try and just maybe support where he can, just back in his choke point. But his units, obviously, quite depleted. These tier 2 and... sorry, these tier 3 units here might just rout whenever if they get into melee. To be honest, if army loss is getting a bit low. But we'll see. Yeah, this is another tier 3 over here. This has been cycling in and out as well. You can tell it's here now. It's just outside the melee, and it's been pretty badly depleted. It's probably on the retreat there. More Forest Sentinels routing, though, keeping up this strategy of pulling in and pulling out. Like I said, look at that. You take some damage, lose a few troops, but you go back in, you'll do a lot more damage. How many more of these guys? Well, one more Sentinel after that, I think, that you can send in if he wants to keep doing this strategy. He just needs to kill that polearm off. He's doing. He's down to 35. With so many units in there, I don't know how effective it's being in trying to kill the Galadrim Spear Warriors. It's certainly killing the heroes of Amon Lankov. Again. It's looking a bit narrow now, but would that be a viable route to maybe flanking charge? Maybe just does a little bit of morale damage to the Galadrim units there. But the Elves, they hold to the last minute. Or to the last man, sorry, to the last minute. To the last man, they'll hold. So, yeah, that might not work as a sort of strategy. Just trying to flank a little bit. Might, if anything, risk your own troops. They have a little bit of ammo now, the Woodland Realm. That would just, you know, be huge. Just a little bit of ammo just to do some side shooting, do some damage somewhere here along the lines. It's quite funny that you can't just sneak around here. Like, they built this wall here and gone, oh yeah, we don't need to build any further. This is impassable terrain. Definitely can't be passed by a man just walking around. Oh, and here you go. Woodland Realm has gone in with the Cav. The Cav, I think this one here just routed to Archer Tower Fire. Thranduil is surely not going to charge into he is going to charge into a very elite spear. I take it back. I was like, surely he won't do this. No, he did. He absolutely did. He could have charged anything but that. Anything but that. By doing so, though, he's baited a lot back from this choke point. They're all like, oh yeah, we'll get Thranduil. He's a very speedy Cav unit. He has not been caught. Yeah, you want to be charging things like the Shock Infantry. The General Haldir would be a great target to try and take out. Just to try and lower that morale. But, yeah, I mean, they can bait some units, but it's not going to work. Thranduil there, you can see, I think he's given up on this strategy already. It's probably the bright idea. We are going to see some Lasgarland Blades are being shunted around. That's a good idea. And also some archers, I think. Since the player's like, well, I can only send in so much here, and I have the numbers advantage, and he does have the numbers advantage. He can just slog it out here. Probably through a game of attrition, he will win. The polearms have died as well. That might just, you know, quicken things along. And he has some good elite units left. But yeah, he looks like he wants to send some units around. Could work. I would pin... Just get a melee fight going on somewhere here in the courtyard. Then you can go around with your general, flank around there on that barricade, and come down and hammer and anvil stuff. That would be the play to go for if they try to do it. If not, if they just, like, you know, bottle themselves up in this sort of choke point here, which they looks like they might also do, just go and capture the point, which I don't think is going to do anything more than just give a morale-wide bonus. Yeah, it looks like that's the play. I would just keep pushing Woodland Realm. Don't wait for your archers. Just keep going. The archers aren't going to make too much of a difference in that. Oh, the polearms rallied. I was kind of hoping they wouldn't. Like I said, I don't know. I'm kind of rooting for the attackers. I want to see the Eastlings win. Eastlings underrated, kind of. And I mean, they still lost their game. They still lost their one-on-one. I think definitely could have been won. They didn't win it. They kind of flopped in a few spots. Well, yeah, Woodland Realm, like I said, really strong faction. That should be fine. The Sword Warrior is dead. Looks like the Spear Warriors are going to probably rout again. And, yeah, still no movements from the Lasgarland Blades. Surely, like, the player who's defending has seen there's less here now and gone, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's some archers here supporting. Which, oh yeah, he said literally every archer unit around here. I'm like, yeah, where have all of his archers gone? Surely he's not realized that. Surely he's realized they're not in here in this fight, and he's should be maybe thinking about sending someone just to defend that choke point again. That's a good choke point to hold. I mean, in fairness, there are now way too many choke points and too few units for the defenders to hold. But yeah, you could hold there, you could hold there, actually. You could just hold those two. That's all you'd have to hold. You put a spear there. You've got another spear, I think, in this fight still. Not a very healthy one, but one that could hold for a bit. Yeah, they are generally just going to hold here. Well, that's silly, because they can just capture the point. And then give themselves the morale-wide bonus. That's just an easy victory now, I would say. But we will see. I think we're seeing a bit of a, not a bit of a mass drought. There's just a couple of units wavering here. And there you go, yeah, Galadrim Spear Warriors and Archers. Yeah, they're about to go. Shock's been cycled in and out, so that's fair enough. They're going to try the strategy that the Woodland Realm were doing on them. They're going to try it on their opponents. They actually did rout that there's Dunher chosen, just seeing that. As are the Galadon Archers, as are the... Oh, geez, are we seeing a mass drought here? Maybe. A little bit of a mass drought taking place here, guys. I mean, I think it's GG now. It didn't look like it was going to be earlier once these things have been dealt with. Looked like, you know, they're just going to be able to turn everything around, but these things did just enough damage. Haldir now in combat. A few of those units have re-rallied. Doesn't really matter. Like I said, Thranil will just go over here, dismount, capture this. You're fine. You're winning at life. I like how they're keeping... Yeah, they've got their spears looking the wrong way. There is nothing left. There's no threat here, sir. You are safe. Send them in if you want to, if anything. And yeah, he's just going to go for the point. Wise man. And we'll just fast forward a bit because I don't think we're really seeing anything tactical really take place. We're just going to see the cap of that, and then I think a mass drought here take place because yeah, battlefield wide bonus is morale bonus is going in favor of the defenders at the moment. If Haldir dies as well, that will be another nail in the coffin for Lothlorien. And yeah, if the spears here, they'll just mass drought. I think it's a shame because those heroes of Amalunk been unused pretty much. 81. The other one's well been used pretty good. That one, but this one is unused. It's a shame to see it die. Or like route for nothing. 8 out of 85 with the other one. They've served their purpose very nicely. But there you go, a mass drought takes place. I think that's army losses, also the cap of the point. There you go, a Pyrrhic victory will end the replay and have a quick look. This was sent in by PopeJohnPaul, who was playing as the Easterlings. Did okay, like I said, killed enough, but I don't think he had a great game. I think he made some mistakes with his archers. 195 kills with the Runic Warlords is good for them. 114 with another there. 92 kills with the Beriag Shock. Then he's got his archers 91 kills. The Storm Riders getting 156 kills. Kahar getting 72 before he fell. But yeah, not too bad there. Well done to both him and to Nikki. It was a pretty solid game. Nikki, yeah, doing a really good job, in my opinion, getting some good kills there. And we'll have a quick look at his kills. Yeah, some of his units unused. 108 kills with the Lasgarden Blades, 133. 121 with the Forest Sentinels, 152 with the Forest Sentinels. Gate Wardens, 117. 142 with the Forest Archers. 173 with another there. 132 kills with the Forest Archers. And then Dutch Wolf playing as Haldir, 209 kills with the Archers there with his unit. Polearms getting 113. Archers getting 119 kills. And 123 playing as Dunland Tribes, 192 kills with the Champion Reavers. 175 with the Dunherd Chosen. 188 with another one there. His Blood Avengers 193, 142, 253, very nice. Champion Reavers getting 117 kills, 123 was very decent for them. And then Elder Archers getting 187 kills. The rest kind of getting focused down. But there you go, guys. That is today's Dawnless Days replay. Do remember to leave a like, subscribe, comment, all that shenanigans if you want to see more Lord of the Rings action. And I'll see you folks in the next one. Bye for now.